Hey guys, it's me again. I am back for another one of our amazing Silhouette Studio Business Edition tutorials. I will say I do not work for Silhouette. I do not receive anything from them. I am only showing you what I know about this program, and believe me, I learn something new every day. In fact, what I'm about to show you was something I learned in the last week that I could not wait to show you guys because it's going to be a time saver for all of you. So we're going to play around today with the Replicate tab. This is what I call my little butterfly over here. Now we've played with this before. I've shown you how to do a repeat of something, so you only have to do it one time and you tell it how many times you want it, and it will copy it that many times. But this tab just does so much, guys. First, I'm about to show you something that is mind-blowing. I mean, mind-blowing. It blew my mind. And I know, hopefully, it's going to blow yours too. Well, not really. But anyway, let's say you have to make a bunch of circles. And you take your time and you put your circle in, and you need to have a 1-inch circle. So you go in and you put your 1-inch circle here, or a 2-inch. Let's make a 2-inch circle. Go up here and we say 2-inch high, 2 inches wide, and we've got our 2-inch circle. And you need a bunch of them. So you make a duplicate and you move it over, and you continue doing this and you move it over. Don't do that, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to click this button right there, and then go over here where it says fill page. Watch this. Really? It took me how long of owning Silhouette for me to figure this out? Yes, an entire page with 2-inch circles in a click. Yes, I'm excited about that too. So, that's just one thing. I'm going to show you something else that it does because, there's just so much that it does, and I have to show you everything. Okay, so now you need a page full of 1/4 inch lines. And you know, as well as I do, that these are awful to make, one after the other after the other. So we're going to show you how to do this, that you don't have to do that anymore. You're going to put this on your page, and you see where it says rows and columns? You're going to come all the way over here, and you're going to tell it to make a column of 4 straight down, a column of 4 more straight down, a column of 4 more straight down. You now have 13 1/4 inch lines, and it's just that simple. You could do it so where you can make your lines this way as well and tell it to make your 4 columns in the other direction. And it doesn't have to be 1/4 inch. You could do 1 inch. You could do a speck. It doesn't matter. But as long as you're telling it to duplicate the rows and the columns, then hey, that's great. That's what you're going to do. You can now group them, and you can tell it to do another duplicate. There you go. Look how fast that was. You can group these together. Guys, this just blows my mind. Group these together and tell it to do another duplicate. And you now have a page full of lines. It's that simple. And I think I pushed the button 4 times, maybe 5. Okay, so ready for some other stuff? This tab is amazing. Amazing, because there's so much people can do with them, and they don't ever think to come over here, click the butterfly. Oh, I wonder what that is. Oh, okay, well, I'm just going to use this to do one thing. Not a big deal, not a big deal. What we're going to do here is we're going to put a teardrop. Pretty teardrop. Tell it to stop making teardrops. Pull this down. And now we're going to tell it to repeat in your copies. Now look, you can keep it this way, or you can pull it up, and you can make, oh, I don't know, a peacock? What do you think? Oh, watch. I'm going to put these all together. This is just one way to do this, guys. I'm just showing you one way to do this, because there are other ways to do it. But we're going to copy, excuse me, we're going to group them, and then we're going to tell it, hey, do you see this mirror over here? Let's mirror that. Looks like angel wings. You can put these together and you have a flower. There's so much more that you can do with this. But look how fast that was. Very quick. Put a little circle in the center. Change that circle yellow. Put that in the center and you have a very quick flower just like that. Play a little bit more with this. Take this off the screen so you can look at that for a little while over there. I'm going to ask for it to give me a heart. Let's do it with a heart. Play with a heart. You can make so much with this. Okay? So fun. So much fun. I love playing around with this and coming up with new things, and then I cannot wait to get on here and show you guys. Okay? Now, I'm going to make a circle. Just like that. I'm going to click this guy, go over here where it says replicate, and see where it says show grab handle. I want you to do that. And there's your grab handle. Looks just like the circle at the top. You're going to pull that grab handle down until it touches that circle. Pull that out. Well, maybe not. And look how many it's made, guys. It's made a lot. You can go back, you can make one or two. It's going to duplicate your heart as many times as you need it to duplicate in a circle. You can do this on a square, you can do this on a diamond, but because I used the object on a path, my path was a circle, and it's what it's making it on. So there's your butterfly. You can weld these together, and you've got a flower. Look at all the things that this one little tab will do for you. You can have it repeat multiple times, not just 3 times. You can have it repeat 50 times. You can do it in increment angles. All of these little areas, I beg you, beg you, beg you, please play around with it. Now we're going to take this, we're going to duplicate it. Yes. I'm going to change that to purple. This is what I do. I sit around and I find things that we can do, that I can do to make this program more fun for you guys. You know, it's just clicking and pulling and moving, but you can make all of this. I'm going to group this, turn it sideways. Now I'm going to go back to the very beginning, the things that I taught you earlier. I have no idea why it decided to follow me. And we're going to tell it, hey, we need a few more of you. Give me 3 more. There you go. You now have 3. So think about this. If you have to make a bunch of flowers, say for your kids' class, and you don't want to have to keep constantly duplicating, here it is. You have 3 flowers. Print these onto a piece of printable vinyl, have your computer cut it out for you, and it's not going to take that much time because, excuse me, you've learned how to replicate it, either duplicate it from side to side or up and down. You've learned what the rows and columns are going to help you with. The fill page, hello, best thing invented. You're going to learn to mirror everything. Now, I use my mirror all of the time. It's going to ask you how many you want copy. If you want to come in here and tell it to copy 5 of them, there's your 5. Look at all those. All right. You have now learned how to make multiple copies of one item. I showed you this the last time we were on here, and we're going to go into more detail at a later date of the positions of each. I don't want to overwhelm you because I know this is going to be one of those things that you think, you've got to be kidding me. It's that easy? Yes, it's that easy. So that's all I'm going to show you on this right now is how to make multiple copies at one time with one click. And then over here, I've shown you how to grab and to drag it over to a specific shape and take one shape and make it move around that shape, and then you can weld it together and make one solid shape. I hope that made a little sense. Like this right here, I can weld these together and I can have one solid shape as opposed to a bunch of little shapes. Then you can put a bunch of little shapes on top of it and you can have a pretty flower on the outside, a pretty flower on the inside, and you won't have to use this offset button. You can just play around and have fun and do it yourself. So that, my dear friends, is the Replicate. Replicate, I say Kate. Ends with an E. Val says say your name. That's just the way I've always learned it. However, you say it however you want. I'm telling you that you now know how to use 95% of this. Now, I am going to come back in at a later date and go into great detail about your increment angles and your start positions and your lengths and number of times repeated. That's great. You're going to learn all of that, but we need to teach you the little things first before we start teaching you all of the little intricate things that this program does. I hope that I was able to teach you a little something today and that you are going to be able to take what I learned, what I taught you, what you've learned, and use it to make your life a little easier. This is with the Silhouette Business Edition. I know that these can be done in all of their editions, including their free edition. The only thing that it won't do is save it as an SVG. But you can do this with all of them. Their goal is to make your life using their program easier, and my goal is to help you see all the little things that it'll do for you. I hope you have a fantastic day. I want you all to stay safe out there and be kind. Take care. Have a good day.